when COVID originally hit, you may have decided to just wait to see what happened. And then, summer rolled around and you decided, okay, it's time to postpone your wedding. And now that we're in the fall, you might be thinking about potentially getting married now. With everything up in the air, today we're talking about changing your mind about your wedding and how to handle that during these difficult times. Hi there, I'm Jamie Chang, your destination wedding planning guru and designer of joy at Mango Me's Events, the creator of Passport to Joy, the step-by-step online wedding planning course for couples, and the founder of Let's I Do This, intimate and virtual weddings in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I share real and honest and useful wedding planning tips, tricks, and advice you can use to help make planning your wedding easier and more joyful, so you can create a wedding you love. Because let's face it, wedding planning isn't always very easy. In fact, it can be downright painful, and nobody wants that. So, bringing the joy back to wedding planning. Are you ready? All right, so let's do this. Now, today we are talking about changing your mind. Because, it's been now 7 months since the start of what has been a very interesting 2020. It's been weird, right? And strange and all the things. It's been 7 months since this pandemic started. And, in the beginning, every day, it was like something changed every day, literally, right? Or maybe even every hour. Things have slowed a bit since then, and now maybe things change every week or every month. But what's funny is that while things change, they yet haven't changed, right? Like things just remain the same because COVID is still here. And, going through that, the change, the not change, it's just a real emotional roller coaster to, say the least. And this isn't just, your life, right? And how we're all feeling. Really, it also affects your wedding plans. And, whether you just got engaged or you got engaged right before the pandemic, or, you were planning your wedding for 2020 at some point, it's been a difficult year, right? It's been hard. And it's been difficult to know what to do. And likely, given all the changes and the uncertainty and everything, you've likely changed your mind once, twice, 3 times, a lady, or even more. And it could have just been, a change that happened in your head, right? Or something you discussed, with your partner. Or it could be a change that you made publicly to friends, family, to guests. It doesn't matter, really. What I want you to know is that it's totally okay to change your mind about your wedding. It's totally okay. These are weird, challenging, unprecedented times. And it's not only totally okay to change your mind, but it's also completely normal to do so. Completely normal. I know that's not typically how wedding planning works, right? Usually you make a decision and you move forward. And it's honestly what I usually suggest to couples is not to change your mind, to feel good about that decision and just keep on going. But, things are different now. They're way different now. And it's hard to make a future decision with so many unknowns, right? And with all the constant changes, it's tricky. It's super tricky. So here's my advice today, okay? I want you to make the decision that makes sense for you right now. Okay, so here's what I mean. I mean, if you want to wait, then wait. That's totally okay. If you're tired of waiting and you want to get married, that's totally okay. If you're, no longer want the big wedding, that's okay. If you want to get married and you also want the big wedding, that's okay too. If you change your mind next month, during the holidays, in 2021, that's all okay as well. We're honestly, we're all kind of living day to day, right? If we're being honest. And this is me too. We're all living day to day, and we don't know what tomorrow or next week or next month or next year will bring. And so how you feel about your wedding, about planning, about getting married may change over time. And it's okay to change your mind based on your situation at the time. But while it's totally okay to change your mind, and it's totally normal, and you should definitely make the decision that's right for you right now, here's how you should handle it, okay? So however you feel, make a decision and then sit with it. Sit with it for at least a day. If you want to sit with it for, maybe a week, that's good too, but at least a day. And here's why. It's really, you want to feel really strongly about that decision that you're making. You want to make sure that it's the right decision for you before you start proceeding in, making changes, whether that's postponing or canceling or, changing the type of wedding you're having or getting married now or whatever those things are. Okay? Because, while once again, changing your mind is totally okay and totally expected, you don't want to create more work or stress for yourself. And that's really what I want to prevent here for you. So let me give you a little example that I'm sure you're feeling, because I've definitely been feeling it. If you're anything like me during these times, you've had, say, multiple ideas that have come through your head, right? As the days go by or the time goes by. And it could be about, maybe your home and moving and redecorating. It's maybe about your life and, whether you want kids or you want to get a dog or a cat or whatever. Maybe it's about your work and what you want to do in your job, in your industry, or trying something completely new and different. Or maybe it's just thoughts and ideas around traveling during COVID. Now, you get excited about it, right? You have this idea, you get excited about it, and then after you think about it a little bit longer, after a little more thought, perhaps you realize it's maybe not the best idea, right? The same thing applies to your wedding. So don't worry about changing your mind. Changing your mind is totally expected and is okay completely during these crazy times. Just make sure you feel really good about that decision before you start doing any work about it, or before you start making any changes and going through any sort of processes or telling people or anything, because it's just going to make it easier on you and prevent any additional stress and work if you decide you want to change your mind again. And once again, that's totally okay. Just want to make sure you feel really good before you move forward, okay? Now, if you have any questions, please let me know. You can leave it in a comment or shoot me an email. I want you to know that I'm here to help. These are weird, crazy times, and I know you can feel really alone in this. You are not alone, okay? If you enjoyed today's video, please like it, give us some thumbs up. You can check out our other wedding planning videos for even more tips and hit subscribe so you can get access to all the new ones. And if you want help through the entire wedding planning process, including having access to a wedding advisor, please check out Passport to Joy, my online course. You can find all the links below, because you deserve to enjoy your engagement, no matter what your budget is, and even in a pandemic. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.